Hey man, I've been thinking I might just fuck around and rename my channel to FCUSIJBDflga, and you know, life is short and shit, so just fuck it. But yeah, Let's Eat Grandma are this synth-pop duo. I think they're from Ireland, they could be from Britain, I'm not exactly 100% sure on that. I think they're from Ireland though, but yeah, I could be wrong. They're like a somewhat experimental electro-pop kind of duo, and this album has just been making the rounds a little bit recently. I just saw quite a few, you know, good reviews and shit. I've been listening to it quite a lot. Past few weeks, I thought maybe I might just give my 2 cents. A little bit of a late review, but hey, fuck it, I haven't really got much else to talk about right now, so we're doing it. And yeah, I'm enjoying this album. I think it's a good album. I recommend you go listen to it. I think it's quite exciting and quite progressive and pretty ambitious. You know, I think it's quite interesting to see a pop album just take so many like unpredictable risks and shit. It's a pretty cool album with a really odd, unorthodox flow to it and quite a diverse sound palette. It opens up with this glistening intro song. It's like an instrumental, it's like a minute 50 something seconds long. It's pretty nice. It's a decent tone setter, I guess, although I do kind of wish it blossomed into something a little bit more just kind of generally impactful. You know, by the end I wasn't exactly like shaken or anything or really given much of a tone by the end of the song, but the second track is the real like fucking star, the song Hot Pink. This track, Jesus! This song is co-produced by Sophie, so yeah, expect the instrumental on this thing to fucking slap. And yeah, it's hard as shit. It's awesome, you know, Sophie does her thing, yet again. Thank you. The snares on this thing are sharp and fierce, they just fucking smack. It's exciting just when the drop comes in, the way it just booms in so aggressively. It's a super just satisfying moment. And the performances from, wow, I am a terrible critic. I don't even know their names. Legit, why do you watch me? In the meantime, while I actually do research that I should have done beforehand, Let's Eat Grandma collectively as a duo, both of the performances that they bring on this particular song, I love how kind of in a way it is kind of cocky, you know, it's kind of in a way sarcastic, just the way she's like, is it mine, is it? It has like a bit of a kind of a charismatic and kind of has a swagger to it, a bit of an attitude that I do really enjoy. I think it gives it a certain personality, yeah, a lot of character, especially with just how provocative and confrontational the explosive instrumental is. And in the second track, It's Just Not Me, is a really nice, warm, kind of churches-ish pop song that deals with the idea of just hoping that it's not just you that likes this person, I guess, like, you know, in a relationship, you know, you don't really want to believe that it's just you who feels this way, you know, what you want to believe that the other person you're interested in also reciprocates that same love and shit. And it's a very warm and nice, you know, sweet song, you know, I can appreciate it, it's pretty fun. But yeah, Rosa Walton and Jenny Hollingworth. Alright, we're cool, we're on track now. Really, I knew which voice was which now, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm the worst. But yeah, still, the highlights continue, actually. The first leg of the album, Falling Into You, is my favorite song on this thing. It's such a pretty song, loads of gorgeous progressions and dynamic changes that I just absolutely love. I love the sort of plucked sort of a synth guitar thing that gets sort of looped throughout the song is so hypnotic and lovely, and the synth chords and the horns that come in at the end is so lovely. I love all the vocal melodies that are just peppered throughout this track too. And just performance wise, man, they just sound so emotive and vulnerable. It's a lovely fucking track. It's a really, really gorgeous song. However, the excitement for me does kind of fall off a little bit with the song Snakes and Ladders and I Will Be Waiting, I think it was called. That track actually also features that same like plucked guitar thing that I was mentioning just a second ago on Falling Into You, which I thought was a bit strange. That kind of stopped it from having much of a distinct identity in my opinion. It kind of just stopped me in my tracks. Snakes and Ladders, this track is alright. I just think the use of the more acoustic instrumentation on the song was a bit of an awkward clash with their vocal style. It works a little bit better on the song Cool and Collected, which also has a really beautiful lumbering guitar loop that just gets you in a fucking trance. And I really love the build of this song. I like the hook and the lyrical idea of wanting to maintain this cool and collected, just staying calm and shit, not worrying about what anyone else thinks and just staying focused. That's kind of what I got from the song lyrically, and I appreciated that for sure. And musically I was getting like that same sense of just like pride and confidence, just the way the song would build, the crescendo just gave me this kind of uplifting feel that I thought coincided quite nicely with what they were saying. Then there's the song Ava, which is a pretty lovely little ballad, although I do think its placement is a bit strange. It's just right in the middle of the two hugest tracks. Like Cool and Collected is like 9 minutes long, the final track is like 11 minutes. And Donnie Darko, I think it's a pretty bubbly, fun, bright finish. It definitely leaves things off on a pretty happy and transcendent note. But one thing that just really bugged me on this track personally was that the vocals were like perfectly in time with the groove in a bit of a monotone and awkward way. Like they would sing in time with the beat, and it just got a little bit annoying. They just do that quite a bit. It just really annoyed me a little bit. But still, I think generally the song is pretty cool. It was a bit lengthy. I don't really think it used up its runtime to the best effect, but it was still not a bad song. Generally, I think there's not really a really terrible track on this album. I think they're all at least, you know, interesting. I'll give them that. I don't really get much enjoyment from the songs I'll Be Waiting or Ava or Ava, however you're supposed to pronounce it, or Snakes and Ladders. Those songs didn't really excite me in any huge significant way, and there are some interlude cuts too that feel a little bit pointless, like the cat's pajamas, which at the end of this song, you're hearing the sound of like a cat purring like right in your ears. It's just so like crisp, and it's just uncomfortable, because it's also paired up with what sounds like your uncle waking up at 5 a.m. eating cornflakes with like a dry mouth or something. It sounds like that mixed with cat purring, and it's just like it's just uneasy. It just does not sound nice. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. And then there's Missed Cool One, which is just totally an essential interlude, and the opening track just felt like a total flop, really. It set a decent tone, but that's not really enough for me to say it's like a great moment on the album. But the high points on this thing are really high. It is a pretty ambitious project too, in my opinion. I think that, again, the sound palette on this thing is pretty wide. Struggling to speak. Yeah, you know how it is. But yeah, dude, overall the album's pretty cool. If you're a pop fan, don't let it slip by. It's pretty interesting. There's some sick ideas here. Didn't always floor me like that, but the moments that did floor me, like Cool and Collected and Hot Pink and Falling Into You, were really, really wonderful, and made me not regret listening to this thing at all. It was definitely worth my time, and I think it's worth yours as well. I would recommend giving it a shot. I am all ears by Let's Eat Grandma gets a motherfucking 7. Didn't love it, wasn't head over heels. You know, I'd be lying if I said I thought it was like phenomenal, but it was still really exciting and cool. I'm definitely definitely excited to see what the future holds for Let's Eat Grandma. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about this album. I hope you enjoyed watching the review. Yeah, thanks for your time and all that good shit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.